Hey, 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 everybody. It's Dee Dee. I'm live. We're here for Friday Reads Live. This is where I talk about what we're reading today, Friday, this weekend, and sometimes into the following week, depending on what comes up. So if you're here to, just listen, that's fine. But if at any moment you feel like you want to jump in and chat with us, please do. Come on in and tell us what you're reading. We like to hear what everybody's reading. And you can even tell us what your favorite book was that you read this past week or last week, um, or just what you're reading today. If not, don't feel compelled. It's fine. Hello, Bree. How are you? Welcome. My God, you're the first one in the chat. Well done. So, how are you doing? And what are you reading? What are you reading today? Friday. Friday reads. Friday reads live. What you reading? I'm drinking some Ceylon tea. Mm. And my current read is A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mystery. This is from my Normandy book club. We're going to be discussing this tomorrow. And I just have 50 pages left to read in this fantastic book. I mean, fantastic. Wow, wow, wow. If you haven't read this one, you need to get it. And then my next read I will pick up tomorrow is Palace of Desire, and this is by Naguib Mahfouz, who's an Egyptian writer. This is book two in the Cairo trilogy series by him. So I am buddy reading this with Nicole from Noteworthy Fiction here on YouTube. So we read Palace Walk in January. Now we're picking up Palace of Desire this month. So yeah, I'm gonna start this tomorrow, and my assignment is to get to chapter 11. I think it is, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna get to chapter 11 because this is really good too. I haven't started it yet, but Palace Walk was fantastic. As a second read, I'm glad I decided to reread it because I had already read it once and didn't follow up with this, and I was really pissed about that. Then she said she was rereading it as well, and she said why don't we together? So here we are, and I'm getting to book two, and I'm so thrilled about that. So that's all your girl got on deck. I'm being very conservative about my reading at the moment because it ain't really hopping and popping like that. But for the 5-star books, it seems to be popping because here's my third 5-star book of the year, and I still have 50 pages left. I know it's going to be fine. The ending. So, what are y'all reading? Let's see who else is in the chat. So we have, oh, hey Rosa, how are you? Happy Friday. What are you reading? Yes, but you're early, girl, but that's fine. Tracy says, hello, how are you, Tracy? And what are you reading? Hello, Cher, how are you? Cher says, just finished Chain Gang All Stars and now am starting Perfection by Vincenzo Latronico, I guess it is. I don't know that one. Perfection. I'm trying to think. Do I know that? I don't think I know that one. The name. I guess it's an Italian literature. I don't. I'm not really up on my Italian literature. I do have a couple that I want to get to this year, but I don't know Vincenzo Latronica Nico. I have read Chain Gang All Stars. I think I gave it a three. I read it. Let's see. When was it? I think I read it in the summer, and it was the summer of the year that it came out. And I remember not really loving it. And one of the reasons I didn't love it was because at some parts I was just bored. It just seemed to drag. And then the second thing I was bored around, well, not bored, but I didn't particularly like the way it was done was relationship between the main character and her girlfriend that were in the prison and have to, well, anyway, I'm not going to give anything away. But anyway, that relationship, I felt like the relationship was spoke as a relationship, but we didn't see it as a relationship in the book. It just didn't unfold in the book as a relationship. I had some trouble with Chain Gang All Stars, and I just thought it was going to be a lot more. Thought it was going to be a lot better than it was. I was a little disappointed in it, but it might just be me. Oh, you're missing Normandy, Bree. We got good weather for a change. We already have we've had 3 full days of sun, and that's weird. I'm happy with it. And the temperature is warming up. Um, yes, definitely that hints and mysteries. A fine balance. It's a fantastic, fantastic book. Tracy, a fine balance. Checked. I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, I don't doubt it. It's really, really good. Hello, Terry. How are you? Happy Friday. What are you reading? Okay, so Terry says she's reading Ken today. Very nice. I'm still waiting for my copy to come. It ain't arrived yet. Tracy says happy Friday, everyone. Hello, Alicia. How are you? Happy Friday. Let's see. Rosa says the fine balance is 5 out of 5 for me too. I read it years ago. Yeah, it's really, really good. Kay said reading The Color of a Lie by Kim Johnson. Listening to The Way of White Folks by Langston Hughes. Picked up from the library Ken by Tiari Jones. Hope to start next week. Oh, you got everything on deck. That sounds like a nice little balanced list of reading you got going on there. Hello, Bertie. How are you? Bertie says, hi, everyone. Happy Friday. Reading the same books I was reading last week. I didn't get a chance to get much reading. Yeah, you see, I'm feeling it's not, with the reading at the moment. Raymond said, hi, Didi and all. I'm reading The Singing Word, edited by Walt Hunter, and rereading Bibliotherapy in the Bronx. I like that title. By Emily Rumble. Okay, I don't know that one. Let's see, rereading. It's a bibliotherapy in the Bronx. What's that about? I'm curious. What is that about? Cher said perfection, yes, Italian. It is on the International Booker Prizes. Oh, that might be why. I'm trying to figure out where did I see that name before? Only about a third through, but not one I would give a glowing review to so far. Okay, yeah. So I don't know where I put my list. I should have taken it out. Let me check it if I might have it next to me. But I did look through the international list. I did see a few that I really was interested in reading. Um, and I'll probably get to them if I can, if I have time. And then I saw the Women's Prize long list, and there were maybe 6 or 7 I could be interested in reading. Um, we need to talk about that list. Anyway, we'll talk about that list later. Um, Let me see. Curtis, hello, happy Friday. Curtis says he's reading Reagan, An American Journey by Bob Spitz. The House of Eve by Sadiqa Johnson. That one is good, The House of Eve. Excellent read. Yeah, it's really good, that one. Um, Vanguard by Martha S. Jones. It's a nonfiction. Okay, you got a nice little list too. Oh my God, okay, so I DNF. Dang, it wasn't for me. Yeah, I mean, it could have been a 4, but it just wasn't given like what I thought it was gonna give. It really did drag in places. And what I did was I was I wasn't even sitting down when I was reading it. I was because the weather was good. I remember it might have been late spring or early summer or something because the weather was real good. I was going every day and I had headphones on and I was listening to it. And I was just this. I was like, this book is dragging, and I'm walking and listening to it. There's a problem here somewhere. So I'm glad to hear that it wasn't just me. Hello, DL. How are you? Happy Friday, lady. What's up with you? What are you reading? What are you writing? And I hope you're feeling better. Everybody that was sick last week, what was it? DL, there was Raymond, there was Tatiana, and there was somebody else. I hope you're all feeling much better today. Let's see. She said I read with you about Chain Gang, but just read one of the Hunger Games books and thought it would be an interesting contrast. I like how the author snuck on essay in the footnotes. Yeah. Well, I read the Hunger Game trilogy, and the book one is real good. Book two is and book three is terrible. I mean, it just I think I felt like that trilogy got worse and worse, worse and worse as it went on. So yeah, and it's not the I don't know. Chain Gang All Stars is a great concept book. It's fantastic. He does do some really good things in it, but I think it was too damn long because it drags, and that yeah, it was dragging, and with things that just didn't seem to get filled in properly for me. So I don't know. It's just some. I think it needed to be edited a bit more or something. I don't know. Y'all said this week. I read Judge Stone by Viola Davis on audio. How was that? It was quite good. I read The Missing Sister, a thriller by a local author, Jocelyn Jocelyn Jackson. Okay, that sounds cool. She said, same to Rosa. I read it years ago. She's talking about a fine balance. Um, it was awesome. 5 stars. DL said bibliotherapy in the Bronx was excellent. It's nonfiction. That's what you don't know it. Okay, all right. So wait, what's it about? Let me know what it's about. Case I like Jocelyn Jackson. Okay, so that's good. Y'all said I am well. Thanks for the good. Oh, nice. I'm glad you guys are feeling better. Oh, and so is Raymond's feeling better too. You're off the sick and shut in list. Very good. I'm glad to hear that. Hey, hello, Sharon. How are you? Happy Friday. Sharon says, Happy Friday, everyone. Current read is We Are All Guilty Here by Karen Slaughter. Okay. Let's see. Rosa says, I just finished Skin and Bones by Watkins. It was 4 out of 5 stars. Currently reading Ida B by Karen. Okay, I'm not sure how her name is pronounced. Is it Quinones Miller? I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly. Sorry if I'm butchering it. 60% done. Okay, very good. Terry said, has anybody been to a Sadiqa Johnson event? She mentioned the crossover from House of Eve, and will we see them again? That should be interesting. Um, Karen Daughter Bay, that's what DL says. Okay. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I have her book on Kindle. Have not read it yet. And I think some people in here have read it, or there was at least one person said that they were going to her book signing. So maybe if whoever that person is, maybe they can come forward. Amalola isn't here yet. I think she was supposed to be going see um to see Sadiqa. I think so. When she comes, maybe you can ask the question again. Rosa said, "I'll be starting No More Tears: The Dark Secrets of Johnson and Johnson by Gar Harris, because I like my nonfiction." Okay, I hear you, girl. Happy to hear our sick and shut in folks are better. Yeah, I am. It's not great being period of the year. This changing crazy weather we're having. Oh, Terry says we're all guilty was great. That's good to hear. Mm. So, um, now that we got that out of the way, let's look at this list. So, let me see if I can find it. But like the the women's prize list, the men made on the list, and I was very surprised by that. Because from the way the book sounds, it doesn't necessarily sound like a typical choice for the women's prize. But it's great that that she made it on there because it's not often that a Black American makes it on to the women's prize. I think the last time was Bernice was the last one to make it on, if I'm not mistaken, which was how many years ago was that? 3 years ago, I think it was. Um, so I feel like that's good. The list is a little bit more diverse than it usually is. Wait, let me see something. Um, okay, Kay said she saw Sadiqa 2 weeks ago. I don't recall her mentioning we see the people from House again. Okay. Tracy said, now it's my turn to be on the second show. Oh no, you didn't have the flu. Oh man, that's not good at all. Tracy, I'm sorry to hear that, girl. Stay warm. Bundle up. Drink tea. Going to doctor later this afternoon just to be checked out. I hope it's just a cold. It's not the flu because that's terrible. Um, Terry says her events in North Carolina were on Tuesday and Thursday, and far from me. Oh, that's too bad. That's too bad that she didn't come in your neck of the woods of North Carolina. It's so hard though when they do those book tours because they can go to a place and everything is so spread out that they definitely can get to all of their fans and stuff. Sharon said, Terry, good to hear that we are all guilty is a good read. Rosa said, get well soon, Tracy. Yeah, because it seems like something is going around because that's how it is at this time of the year when the weather's just, the temperature's going up and down and people wind up getting sick and giving each other stuff. Um, so the people in here that have read Dominion, how did you feel when you heard that Dominion was on? Were you surprised when you saw that Dominion was on the Women's Prize long list? Were you surprised? Because I think a couple people in here have already read it. Quite a few people have already read it. Wait, let's see. Okay. Because Tracy, you've read it, Dominion. I think Kay, you've read it too, Dominion. Alicia has read Dominion. Raymond, I think you've read Dominion too. Am I crazy? And DL, you've read Dominion as well. Am I crazy? Wait. Okay, DL says not surprised. It was well received. I kind of didn't get it, but I am sure. DL always cracks me. I kind of didn't get it, but I am generally behind most people. What do you mean you didn't get? What did you not get about the book? What was it that put you off? Was it what is the point of this book, or what exactly was it? Oh, you're in the car now. Okay, girl, be safe. You know, pay attention to the road. Um, yeah. See, Alicia's like me. I read Dominion. Alicia said I was surprised it made the list. Yeah, I was because I was expecting something like Sadiq's book or Ken to kind of make it on there. I wasn't even thinking Dominion was gonna make it. Um, and I'm talking only about African American writers. I'm not talking about Black British writers because there were a couple of Black British writers that I thought could have been on there that didn't make it on there either. Um, Raymond said he read Dominion and he thought it was real good. Yeah, okay, that's cool. Okay, Yell said I didn't understand Dominion at all. That's really funny. Well, when I read it, when I read it, Gail, we need to have a chat. so we can get into the nitty gritty of what you do not understand. And maybe I'll be the same as you. I don't know. Tracy said that blaring plot hole was super annoying to me. Dominion was just okay to me. Yeah, you keep talking about this plot hole, girl. I can't wait to find out what this plot hole is. Because you mention that plot hole all the time. No, you don't have to read it again. When I'm finished, I'll say, "Dear, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it in the DMs." No, you don't have to read it again. I don't have it, but I'm gonna read it on Everand. I have it on audio on Everand. I don't know who's reading, but I hope that it's not too long. Because I'm already reading a lot of long books. Is it long, Dominion, or is it short? Oh my God, Dale said, "I'll put it this way. I don't remember that book." Okay. Oh my God. She said, "I will not be able to continue with you." Laugh my ass off. Oh my God. Um, Wait, let's go back. Alicia said, "I love Dominion. I didn't think her writing style would appeal to an international audience." Okay, that's something completely different now. That's something. That's an interesting commentary that you make. Hmm. Okay. Um. Let's see. Okay, DL said I would read more from her. The author, what's her name, Kitchens. I would read more from her, but that book was not my fave. Okay. Okay. Now that sounds a little more specific. Now I can kind of understand where you're coming from with your commentary. And interesting, yeah, Alicia says she's not sure about its appeal internationally. And you might have a point there. I don't know. But I just didn't think, I thought it was going to be considered too commercial to be suggested for for the prize. So, but they have picked commercial books before. So, you know, we'll have to see. It might actually make it to the short list for all I know. I mean, I don't know. A lot of the books on the list, I do not know. And I tried to look to see if any there were I wanted to read, I think it was six out of the seven, but a lot of them are not available right now. They're not going to be available until like the end of March, the beginning of April. So I'm just gonna play it by ear. Whatever I can find on Everand or that's on audio or if it's a cheap, ebook, then I'll do that. And if I can't, oh well, I won't be reading it. Mm, but I think I will try to read that one. One of the ones I'll try to read since I can get it on audio really quickly. Let's see. Tracy said, "I think the messiness of the book caused a bunch of people to get caught up and ignore the stuff that wasn't quite right." Okay. I.e., the big plot hole in the story that Tracy keeps talking about that she hated. Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. I was expecting to see Cursed Daughters on there or Jamaica Road on there, and none of those made it. I was very surprised by that. Tracy's laughing, but yeah, I can see why you would get annoyed by that. A plot hole is terrible, in a book. It happens sometimes. I'm not sure why, because if you got an editor, that plot hole should never be there. But here we are. Um, So when polls do arrive in books, it is annoying, particularly if you like everything else that's going on in the story. The last thing you want to do is have a plot hole be in the middle of the book. That's a little annoying. Hello, Billy. How are you? Happy Friday, lady. What are you reading? Um, yeah, plot holes are not fun. They're a little annoying. I don't think I've read anything though with a bad plot hole in a while. Hmm. Have I read anything with a bad plot hole in it? That's a good question. I'm trying to think. I don't think I have. Hmm. So Dominion is definitely a plot driven novel, not a character driven novel. It's definitely a plot driven novel. I'm assuming that because Tracy and her plot hole that she's not happy about. But correct me if I'm wrong. It's a plot driven novel. Yes or no? Dominion. Let's see. Raymond said, I was in a book club that discussed Dominion. The discussion was great about the different dynamics and tribulations Black women face in Southern church environment. Um, okay, Raymond says it's a character driven novel. Okay, so I'm assuming it's done like one chapter is one voice. Is it like that? Multiple voices? Okay, so it's a character driven novel. So it's told in three voices or two voices or something like that, multiple voices. Okay, Billy says she's well. She asked me how I am. I'm fine. Let's see. Billy is reading With Love from Harlem and Wrapped in Rainbows. Very nice. And it's also Women's History Month. It's also Women's History Month. Is anyone reading specifically women's either fiction or nonfiction books specifically about women, or y'all just don't care and y'all just doing your own thing? Because that's something also that there's so many reading things every month that it's hard to keep up with. Let's see. Kay said, okay, she parked now for the moment. Dominion was an interesting read. Not my fave. I gave it 4 stars, but not sure why. Okay, that's interesting. I can't even remember anything about. Okay, now you see, now that's very bad. If you read, because you didn't, that wasn't that long ago that you read Dominion, and you've already forgotten it. That's terrible. That's terrible. And DL doesn't remember it either. 2 Minutes on Books says, I'm reading The Rebellious Life of Mrs. Rosa Parks. Great so far. Yeah, I've heard about that one. They say it's good. Cher said, I'm too moody to guess what the next book will be. Laugh out loud. Yeah, girl. I don't know. Because the list is just, you know how these lists are. They're crazy. Terry said, Raymond, what books did they mention? Raymond said, yes, it's told from two women. Oh, okay, two female perspectives. Okay, yeah, okay, that's good. That's interesting. So yeah, okay. I'm kind of game to kind of listen to this one and hear what we're working with. Jade 20 Easy says, I'm reading Daughters of the Stone, yes, and Seven Daughters of Dupree, yes. Daughters of the Stone is awesome. Um, Hello, Curtis. How are you? Happy Friday. Curtis says the book. Vanguard, I'm reading, is actually about women in history. Okay, cool. The subtitle of the book is How Black Women Broke Barriers. Okay, very well done. Won the vote and insisted on equality for all. That sounds like a very interesting book and perfect for Women's History Month. Tracy said Dominion was not the phenomenal book, in my opinion, that some folks said it was. Billy said, I enjoyed Dominion and I remember everything. It's very character focused. I think I gave it 4 stars. Okay, very good. Billy said, The Rebellious Life of Rosa Parks is good. Okay, so she liked that one too. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to. I don't know when I'm gonna be able to fit that in, but I'm just gonna have to try to read that and see what it's all about. Is it long or is it just like average size? 'Cause I don't know if it's long or what the deal is. I hope it's not long. Um, Birdie said, From Harlem with Love has been my favorite book that I've finished this year. Okay. Tracy said, oh, it's average. So it's about 300 pages or something like that. Raymond said to Terry, what books did they mention where? Sorry, I missed the context. I don't know if she's talking about women's eyes or what. Mm. Jade said, A Mercy Step by Marsha Hutchinson was very good. Yeah, I have that on my list to read as well. I had it on my list to read before it showed up on that list. Um, she said she had to order it from the UK after listening to the audiobook. Yeah, because at the moment, I think that's the only place where you can get it because it's Cassava Republic that published A Mercy Step. Billy said Seven Daughters started a little slow for me, but it picked up in part two. I enjoyed it. Okay, good. Kay said, I want to read A Harlem Wedding. I don't know this one. By Tiffany L. Warren. I like her novels. So is this like a romance? A Harlem Wedding? Or is it like a contemporary? I've never heard of this one before. Um, hey, I'm Alola. How are you? Happy Friday. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've heard Tiffany Warren before. A Harlem Wedding. I don't think I've heard of that title either. Is that a romance or is it just like a regular contemporary story? Um, I'm sure it's got all the feels because it's got a Harlem and a wedding. Can't go wrong with that. Um, what are you reading, Amalola? So just for the people that came in, I'm finishing up A Fine Balance by Rohinton Mystery. I have 50 pages left, so I'm going to finish it tonight. And tomorrow I'm going to start reading this one, which is Palace of Desire by Naguib Mahfouz. All right. Okay, Amala said, we're talking about women's prize. Yes, I'm rooting for A Mercy Step to win. Love the book. Yeah, I have it. I think I have that one here. Yeah, I have it right here. The Mercy Step by Marsha Hutchinson. And you can see here it's Cassava Republic. I had this one. I was thinking about choosing this one for October for the October song with Michael and Tatiana, but I'm not sure if we're going to choose it because I think they have a trouble getting it. Let's see. Where did I go wrong? Oh, yeah, here. All right. Terry says book club about women in the church. Okay. Kay said yes is about WEB, the boy's daughter's wedding to County Cullen. Okay, all right, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna listen to Fine Balance was so good. I know, right? Excellent. Although there are a lot of book club members in my book club that have not finished the book. For the moment, we're only two that have completely finished the book. It's gonna be me and my other friend because I'm about to finish it when I get off of here. Um, if they're like in the middle of the book, they're never gonna finish it for tomorrow because it's 614 pages. This bad boy right here is it's a thickums. So I don't know how we gonna have a book club and they ain't finished the book. Ouch. Okay, no problem, Kay. Let's see. Raymond said to Terry, we only discussed Dominion in the meeting. Tracy says, a Harlem Wedding is about W.B. Du Bois, daughter Yolanda Dubois. Amalola said, I'm finishing up Ken, love it. And then we'll move on to When Rain Clouds Gather. Bessie Head. And 7 Years of Darkness by Yo Jong Jong. Yo Jong Jong? South Korean. Hello, Tatiana. How are you? What are you reading? That's the only kind of singing you're going to get out of me because I don't sing. Um, Hope you're well. Hope you don't have, that you're not sick anymore, that you're not no longer a sick shut in. Let's see. Terry said, ooh, A Harlem Wedding does not come out till May and is about the messy Dubois, Cullen thing. Well, maybe you could try to get it on NetGalley. I don't know. Amalula said she would like to read A Harlem Wedding. She's interested in that relationship. Tatiana said she's reading I, Medusa at the halfway mark. Hopefully we'll finish soon, then move to Firstborn Girls. Okay. Tracy said, I don't want to spoil A Harlem Wedding, but so much was touched on besides the wedding. Oh. Well, maybe they use the title as a pretext. They do that sometimes, where they'll say there's a wedding, but you don't actually see the wedding. What you do is you see the pretext, everything around the start of the wedding, like family members coming, staying, and small parties and that kind of thing. It's a pretext title for the book. You probably, I don't know if you'll see a wedding, but they're putting you in the place by saying A Harlem Wedding. Tatiana says she's better, still can't. Oh, you can't sing. Oh no, it's still got a lot of gunk in your sinuses. Girl, rinse your nose. Rinse that nose. Rinse it, rinse it, rinse it. That's the only thing you can do. Once you can clear out these sinuses, I mean, it's gross when you do it, but it works. Clear out that nose. You'll feel a lot better, I think, once you do that, because then things will start to flow a little bit better. So, yeah, I know a lot of people are rooting for this one. The Black Americans are rooting for Dominion. So we rooting for everybody black for the women's prize. Oh my God, it's so funny. So I don't know how this is gonna go because there are quite a few books on there that could be interesting, but I would say there's maybe because it's a list of 15 or 16 books, something like that. I saw like maybe six that I could actually be interested in reading. So I don't really know. I'm gonna have to wait and see what the short list is gonna be looking like. But yeah. Hi Libra, how are you? You're not too late. I mean, a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. What are you reading? Amalo said, I'll read Dominion next month. I hear it's good. Yeah, we've been talking about it. Because I was saying I was surprised that it made it on the list. Alicia said she was surprised it made it on the list. Alicia said she's surprised it made it on the list because she wasn't sure it would be internationally. That was the kind of international book that they were looking for. But all the same, I'm just happy to see that there's a Black American writer on the list. There usually isn't one. So, yeah, and I'm glad that there's a Black British writer on the list as well. So that's good. Terry said County Cullen and his superfine BFF. I don't know if I'll read that one. I might have to think about it. I'll wait and hear what everybody else has to say about it. It's not one of my books that are like high up on my list, but I'll wait and see how it goes with everybody because these new books is rolling out too fast for me personally. Rolling out way too fast. Tracy said, I pray that whatever it is that's got me clears up fast. I'm supposed to be soloing for the Pascal anniversary on the 15th. Ooh, yeah, I hope whatever you got isn't so serious that you'll get over it in a couple. Like, it's just a cold. I hope it's not the flu because flu is terrible. Amalila said, I haven't paid attention to who the judges are. Now, I looked at the judges. I think the head judge is the ex, or should I say, the former Australian Prime Minister is head of the judges for the Women's Prize, and then there's a lot of mixed bag people in there that do podcasts and writing of books that I hadn't heard of before, and it's like a mix of people. Let's see. Rosa said, I just got on the whole list at least for Dominion. It's going to be a while, though. Yeah, because it seems like it's one of those books, if you're trying to get it from the library, that a lot of people are reading at the moment. Tracy said, the judges aren't really literary folks. No, they really aren't. They're more, yeah, the Australian Prime Minister, that's what I said. How many women on the judge? I think it's 5. Is it 5 and the head judge? I think it is. So 6. Or is it 5 including the head judge? I don't remember. There's a comedian, a broadcaster, Australian Prime Minister who's head of the judges. What should we say? Yeah, and 2 authors. Yeah, 2 authors that I've never heard of before. So, there you have it. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this goes. Okay, it's 5 including the head judge. That sounded correct because 6 sounds like a lot. And it's 16 books on the long list. 16. Correct me if I'm wrong. And whittling it down to, is it 6? Is it 6 books to whittle it down to? Wait, let me see if I have it in here. Because I wrote some things down on paper. Let's see if I can write it down on here. Because these are from. Um, let's see. It's the 22nd is when they're announcing the short list. And the long list or the winner is being announced on June 11th. Shit is going fast. It's going super fast. I think short list is 6 books. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wait, let's see. Tracy said hodgepodge of basically non-literary folks. I'll listen. I had Salma El Wani's book, These Impossible Things. She's the only judge I've never heard of her before, and I've never heard of that book. So, anyway, she's probably very well known in the UK though. Terry said, "Who is another Black author? Dominion is only book one. I know. Well, there's this one, the Mercy Step, which is by Marsha Hutchinson. Here she is, right here, Marsha Hutchinson. Um, oh, and she's a lawyer. She's a lawyer. Okay. Why is it always the good ones are lawyers? And then there's also, I think, Kid Duvall is on this list as well. What is the name of her book though? Kit Duvall's book is called, oh geez, I don't remember. The Best of Everything. Kit Duvall. She's also Black on the list. Yes, a couple of people have already said they really like the book, The Mercy Step. Marsha also used to be a counselor in the. Yeah, I saw that, a counselor, but I'm also fascinated that she's a lawyer because a lot of the Black women authors, they used to be lawyers before, and they're fantastic writers. Like the one who wrote the one, how the one sister sweeps her house. She used to be a lawyer as well. The one who wrote, was that book called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. It's a Caribbean novel. That one was a lawyer as well. There's a lot that were lawyers before. Okay, yeah. Amalua says her having a debut at 60 plus fascinates me. Yeah, this is something. This is a thing, you know. Women writing over the age of 50 and having maybe their first or second novel be, lauded everywhere is that's a thing, you know. Raymond says, "Oh, Disha Phil's book ain't on the list. Just recommending someone similar to Addie. The book has to come out at a specific date. I know Disha Philal has her second book is coming out, but I don't know when is the publishing date of that book because that might have been why it maybe wasn't considered. Uh, let's see. I'm gonna list Nadine Madison, who loves her thrillers, also used to be a lawyer. Yeah, there's a lot of them used to be lawyers and they're excellent writers. I'm gonna listen to Raymond. Is her book out? I don't think it's out yet. Um, the cutoff date, I don't remember what the cutoff date is. I think it's sometime in March is the cutoff date for the Women's Prize. March 2026 is the cutoff on this end. I don't know where it starts. I can't remember. Sometime in 2025. I don't know if it's November or September or what it is. I can't remember those exact dates. But that's always the problem is like when the book actually comes out. And if it doesn't fit in that timeline, then it can't be proposed. Uh, does it? I don't think it has. Does it have to be published in the UK? Maybe it does. I don't know. Um, maybe it does have to be published in the UK. It has to be accessible to UK people. That makes sense. Yeah, Disha's book. I know it's gonna be good. Her first one was excellent. So I think everybody's Disha's book to come out. But when is it coming out, y'all? When is Disha's book coming out? Because I think I remember somebody said it last week or the week before last. And I want to say they said sometime in summer, like May or June. Correct me if I'm wrong. But that's what I remember. I remember somebody saying it. See, September. No, that's out. Ah, Disha could not be in the women's prize. Yeah, not March. Yeah, it's right, March 2026. April 2025. That's too bad. Yeah, ebook print, ebook edition in the UK. Yes. Mm-mm. No, so if it's September 29th, well, we got to wait a while to get to Nisha's book, but September, that's going to be a hot ticket month because there's quite a lot of other authors have their book coming out in September as well. It's going to be a hot year for new books for Black writers, um because there's a lot of people coming out because there's going to be Deshaun Charles William Will Deshaun Charles, what is his last name? Deshaun Charles Winslow. His book coming out this year. Disha's book is coming out this year. Colson's book is coming out this year. Somebody else, and then we have Tayari's book came out this year. Um, there's a couple other people that I know their books are coming out that are going to make big splashes when they come out. So yeah, we're gonna be spending some money this year, whether we like it or not. We're gonna be spending some money. It's gonna be an interesting for black books. And I know there's somebody else, but I'm not thinking of who it is that has books coming out this year. I can't think of who it is, but it might come to me later on. But well, we're gonna have a good time reading some new books. Mm. Yeah, his third book of his trilogy, Harlem Shuffle trilogy, is coming out. I think in I don't remember. Is it in June or maybe July, something like that? It's the third one. It's the end of his series trilogy. So that book coming out. I don't remember what the third one is called, but it's the first one's Harlem Shuffle, the second is Crook Manifesto, and then he has a third one coming out. Harlem Shuffle is really good. I read that one with my book club in Normandy, and like there were like three of us who just were like so into it because of how he goes about showing that main character, this black man living in Harlem, selling antiques in his shop, and like just how he is as a person, and then how he has to have his nephew got himself into a little bit of a fix. But it's done really, really well. They have a lot of great references in the book. It's written really beautifully. It has a very good flow to the writing. As it almost feels like jazz when you're reading it. It's very good. Let's see. Yeah, Cool Machine, and it's coming out in July. Very good. I can't wait. Curtis said, Birdie, I'm actually reading Harlem Shuffle sometime this summer. Good choice. And Raymond said it's Cool Machine. It's coming out by Whitehead. It's coming out July 21st. So yeah, there we go. There you have it. Birdie said, I would love to buddy read it if you're Curtis. Now I know other people coming out this year, but I can't think who they are. If you can think of anybody, any black author that's coming out this year that you're excited for that we didn't say, I know there are other people. I just can't think who they are. Those are the ones that I can remember like that off the top of my head. But I know there are others, that that we'd probably be interested in to have something coming out this year. So if you can think of one, shout it out. Shout it out. Other than that, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting list, but it's gonna get whittled down really quickly because April 22nd is just around the corner as far as I'm concerned. But I circled on this list that I'm interested in reading is Mercy Step, The Others, Dominion, Flashlight, A Guardian and a Thief, A Beast Slinks Towards Beijing, and that's it. Those are the ones that I was interested in reading. One, two, three, four. But like, oh, and I forgot, Paradiso 17, which is the Palestinian book on the list. Paradiso 17. I forgot to say that one. That's the Palestinian book. So I looked at most of them as like to get them either on audio or on Kindle. And the problem, let's see, the problem with a few of them is they're just not out yet. So they're kind of hard to get for the moment. And I'm not going to sweat it. Like I said, I'm just going to read what I can get. I'm not going to sweat it. Um, Bertie said Erin E. Andrews, she wrote Jackal. Yeah, I remember Jackal. That came out about 2 years ago. Her second book is coming out on April 1st. Okay. Wow. Okay. I did not read Jackal. I'm not sure why I didn't pick Jackal up. I'm not sure. Curtis said to Birdie, I have the book on deck to read in July, so I'm down with a buddy read with you. Okay. Terry said, I like Jackal, but it got a little convoluted towards the end. What was this? What is it about, Jack? Is it a thriller or what? I'm not sure. What's it about? That's what I need to know. Jackal. Because I remember it has a stunning cover, Jackal. I remember the cover, but I do not know what the book is about. DL says I read Jackal. It was fine until the speculative fiction kicked in. Oh shit. Yeah. Well. Yeah. The only speculative fiction I seem to like is Octavia E. Butler. She's about the only speculative fiction I seem to be able to read and like. So I don't think Jackal would not be my. That doesn't seem to be my speed. But I do remember that stunning cover. I remember that. But I guess this one for me. But what I would like to do is because next month is April, I would like to read The Good House by Tananarive. That's the one that I would like to read next month. Okay, wait, here we go. Jackal is about a black woman who returns to her predominantly white hometown for a wedding, only for the newlyweds' daughter to disappear, echoing a pattern of missing black girls in the area. Okay, where does specific come in though? That's odd. All right, Bertie says the prologue talks about a baby being born at 31 weeks at 3 pounds 1 ounce, and I was born at the same time. I came premature at 31 weeks and I was 3 pounds 1 ounce. Oh, okay. DL said I wanted to know what happened to the little girl, and then I got lost. Here comes the part where DL said, no, not DL, who was it? It was Terry said it was a little convoluted. So there's some similar things going on there. Similar points of view. Tatiana said, I would like you to read The Good House next month too. Well, you're just going to get your wish because I have put it on my April TBR, ma'am. Ma'am, it's getting done. How about that? It's done, ma'am, next month. How about that? Hello, D. How are you? What's happening? What you reading? Reading Big Girl Blitz and The Devil's Magic. Sounds interesting. Bertie said the ending is definitely divisive. Okay. Bertie said, I can't wait to hear your thoughts on The Good House. I can't wait to hear him either. I don't know. Should I do like updates on my stories on IG as I'm reading The Good House? Thumbs up for that. Uh, said I read a horror novel, The Body, ooh, by Bethany C. Morrow, Horror and the Church. Oh hell, I don't know about all that now. Horror and the Church. That sounds a little bit too intense. Oh, you want me to do the updates as I'm reading The Good House? I think I might do that. I might do like as I'm reading along, like after, the first couple chapter, every 4 or 5 chapters, I'll come on and do like a update of, how it's going. Now there might be some spoilers, so, you know, but updates like that, it's almost impossible to do it spoiler free. I mean, I guess you can, but it's a little difficult. Um, so if you don't mind the spoilers, then I just might do that next month. Next month. Um, Tracy said the Good House had me sleeping with the lights on for a bit. I'm supposed to reread it for a buddy read. Oh my god. Yeah, but Tatiana told me it's not scary. She says it's not scary at all. So I'm gonna go with that. Otherwise, I'll be sleeping with the lights on. It wasn't scary. She said that I was gonna love it. A lot of people say it's got ambiance, but that it's not scary. So I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that. Tracy said my friend is trying to get me to read The Body. Oh Lord, well, that's the one that Terry just The Body by Bethany C. Morrow. I don't know, horror in the church. I'm not liking that combo at all. No, not at all. I'm gonna have to give that one a miss. But I will do The Good House. It will be my first Tanana redo, so I'm excited about that because I have not read her before. Um, if it goes well, I'm gonna skip on over after The Good House and get Confirmatory because that's the other one that everybody tells me to read. That is really good. Let's see. Trey says it's not super scary. I'm just a scaredy cat. Okay. Terry said, Tracy, please read. I need to talk about it. Oh, she wants you. You talking about The Body? Old girl ain't reading The Body. I can tell you that right now. Horror and the church don't go together. I don't think they go together for Tracy. I don't see her reading that. But you could try. You could try. So we're gonna see. Am I gonna be this big old fan of Tanana Redo? Am I gonna be able to get through The Good House? I'm gonna give it a go. I think it'll be fine. It's one that like Tanari Dew has been on my list as one of the black authors that I need to explore. So I'm glad that Tatiana suggested that I read The Good House, and so I'm all in. I'm all in for April in The Good House. Tracy said Tanana Reed Dew has a historical fiction novel about Madam C.J. Walker. Okay, what's it called? Because I didn't know that. The one that everybody talks about is not, it's called, oh my God, what is the title? It's something between something or other. I don't know. I can't remember what the title is. That's the one that I hear everyone talk about. Between something or other. I don't remember the title. That's the one that I hear everybody say, oh my God, it's so good. It's so good. So anyway, we're gonna start with the Good House. We're gonna see what that's like. I'm gonna have to go dig out my copy, and it might take me a week to find it because I don't know where it is. Um, but I will, yeah, I will be doing that in April, and I will be like doing little updates on my stories on IG of me reading tonight. Do the Good House. We're just gonna see how that goes. So that's it, y'all. I ain't got nothing else to say. It's one of those Fridays was all over the place. I had to work when I usually don't work on Fridays, but I had to work in the morning. And yeah, so I'm going to be spending the rest of the evening finishing off this great novel, Fine Balance. We're going to see if people in the book club can actually finish the book because a lot of them ain't finished the book. So I don't know what we're going to do. Has anybody read anything else by Rohinton Mystery? I know he has two other books out. I don't. One is called Such a Long Journey. Another one is called Tales from. Oh, I can't even pronounce this. Uh, Firouzja Bagh, and the third one is called Family Matters. Has anybody read anything else by Rohinton Mystery that they can recommend? I'm down to read another Rohinton mystery. His book was fantastic. Wait. Oh, it's called The Black Rose. Okay, I'll have to remember that. Shara said, "Have a great weekend. You too. Have a great weekend. Hope you read amazing books as well, and I hope to see you next Friday." Tracy said, "I just might read The Body." Okay, all right now. Couldn't be me, but okay. All right, y'all. I'm out. Yeah, you've only read A Fine Balance. Yeah, but I think I'm gonna try to find something else to read by him too, because really good author. So I will be with you guys next Friday. Have an excellent. Wait, what? The biggest horror I experienced in the church was when the usher tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Your grandma wants you." Huh? Oh no, I know. Have a great weekend. I'm Alola, everybody, Libra, Curtis, Cher, Tracy, Raymond, Alicia, everybody, Bree. Have a great weekend. Wonderful reading, and I'll see you next week. Bye. Bye.